Hello, people. Sorry about the delay. I forgot to hit the go live button, so I was quite happily sat here talking to myself. Happy Easter. One day I'll get this right. I'm going to see what our word for April is. Oh, creativity. Time to get creative. I feel like that's not just about like arts and painting and all that kind of stuff. I feel like that's about getting creative, maybe in your personal life, maybe in your work life. Get creative around what you're doing and where you're at. Let's have a look. Okay. King of Swords. For me, swords are all about communication, but it feels like this is about tying things up. I like the King of Swords. I think he's lovely. And it just feels very much like this is tying things up. We've got to the end. We've maybe had the hard conversations. We've made the hard decisions, and we're ready to move forward. And things are changing. And to me, this always feels like I got this. It's okay. I've done all the stuff that I need to do, and I'm ready for the next chapter. In terms of that, the energy is changing. We're moving into a new phase after the solar eclipse. We've done the equinox, we've done the lunar eclipse. 9th of April is the solar eclipse, and I think things will change around then. The energy will flip and change around then. So it feels like we're ready. Yeah. Ace of Shields, new beginnings, new projects, new energy, new anything that you need to work on, or that you need to get moving, or that you've been working on, any projects that you've got. Hi Esther, hi Colleen. Any projects that you've got, anything that you've got sitting that's been on the back burner, make it move. It's time to get it shifted, get it moving. That's about new starts, new energy, things coming to fruition. The card of rebirth. If ever there was a time to reinvent yourself, it's now. I just feel with the energy changes and with the solar eclipse coming, it's time to decide not what am I going to be in the next chapter of my life, but who am I going to be in the next chapter of my life? This is a huge time of regeneration. For some of it's about remembering stuff that we've forgotten already. And for some of us, it's about stepping back in to our actual, real, true selves and not being scared of that. It's about, for the next chapter of my life, this is how I'm going to live it. This is who I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to do. I've finished all the stuff off. I've got to the end of my final chapter. I've got all my ducks in a row. I know who I am, and I'm ready to move forward. If you don't feel you are, you've got a couple of weeks to get there. You've got till the 9th of April to start making these decisions. And I think it's really important that you actually make these decisions now. Because if you've been stuck, or if you've not felt like you're not moving, things are going to start moving faster and faster. So my thing around that is get on board. Just get on board this train. We're nearly there. There's a couple of things have to happen. That's what this card always means for me. There's the rainbow over the mountain, and there's a couple of things or a couple of steps that we have to do before we actually get to where we're going. And again, that's very much around get your ducks in a row. Work out where you're at. Work out what's working, what's not working. Get that project happening. Move, move, move. I don't know about you guys, but I'm losing time. I don't know what's happening in the world at the moment. 1 minute it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and before I know where I am, it's 2 o'clock. And it's strange. Or then I'll be going to do something, and it'll be like 8 o'clock in the morning. And I think I've been doing stuff for ages. And the next thing I know, it's only 8:30. Time's gone wonky for me. There's a lot of us that are in, sort of all upsy downsy at the moment. We're not quite sure where we are. Yesterday, I don't think I was even in my body. I don't know where the heck I was, but I was so off the planet. And no matter what I did, I couldn't get grounded. And it's just like, okay, I'll just stay up here. I quite like it up here anyway. It'll be okay. I'll get myself back together again at some point in my life. And the day just vanished. Whoosh, off it popped without me. Weird. Yeah, another nice card. I know it doesn't look very nice, but for me, this card is always about things maybe have been tough, things have been a bit hard, but now it's going to be a bed of roses. It's all untangling itself, it's all sorting itself out. Things are changing, and it's going to be much, much, much better. Now, in terms of that, with change is always disruption. And if you saw Kerry's bronze equinox meditation, that was all about grounding. And my silver one, that was all about protection. And I think these things are both really important as well. And stay grounded, says she who couldn't get grounded if her life depended on it yesterday. I did put my protection on though, because I didn't know what was happening. And I thought, okay, I'll just roll with this, put on my protection and see what happens. These are major arcana. And for me, they're always about messages from spirit. So let's see. Yeah. The world is changing. Things are moving. Julia has put, we're entering the golden age. Woohoo. That's how I feel. It just feels like it's all, and I've got my goosebumps. It's all new and shiny. And yeah, there's going to be a bit of chaos because things have got to get the wobbles before they sort themselves out and then level out. But this for me is always about having the world at your feet. It's always, always about the four symbols in the corners. For me, they're all about protection. You're in this world, but you've got protection all around you. You've got your little angels. You've got the eagle, which is saying, take a higher view, stay above it all. Don't get caught up in the nonsense. Stay well above it. We've got dragons down the bottom, and we've got the lion down the bottom. For me, the dragons are just set everything that you don't want to happen on fire. Just burn it to a frazzle and ignore it. And the lion is about staying strong. But there's that angelic protection all around you. Now, that was a good segue. Talking about angels, I've just got new cards. And they are linked to Kerry and I's new angel feather. They've just fell out. Angel Feathers Spiritual Sanctuary Business that we are about to launch. So the cards have just kind of thrown themselves at me. So I'll go through these little cards. Now, if one of them or all of them resonate with you, just choose whatever works best for you. This one really resonates with my world card around that eagle and that protection stuff. It says, see the bigger picture, take a higher view. These cards were made for me by Linda from LC Print Studios. She does the most beautiful work. Like all of these little angels that she's put on there, they're just glorious. So if you're getting caught up in any of the nonsense or any of the stuff that's going on at the moment, see the big picture, take a higher view. Second one, you're on the right path. If you're here, and if you're watching this, and if you're in our circles, and if you're on our live streams, you're on the right path. It's the only path to be on. Not necessarily with us, but anybody who is stepping up, stepping in, and on this journey is on the right path. Anybody who's willing to do the work and who's put in the hard yards and who's done all the work on themselves, you're on the right path. Absolutely, 100%, you are on the right path. And I would just say everybody who's on here can take that card and that pretty angel. Yeah, Julia, the artwork's incredible. She's amazing. So with this one, again, straight back to my world card and my lion. Be strong. We are holding your hand. This is telling you that spirit is with you. Your angels are with you. If you get the wobbles, just ask. Gail, who's not on at the moment, she may be at work, poor wee thing. But she always says that if you want to talk to angels, you've got to talk to them out loud. She also says that there's 144,000 unknown angels. They're probably some of the ones that are on my cards, unknown angels. But ask your angels. I'm feeling a bit wobbly. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Can you hold my hand, please? Can you help me step through this little tiny phase that I'm going through at the moment? Because I can't do this by myself. They're always with you. They'll always be beside you. I've got one more that fell out, jumped out. I think this is also really important. It says, we whisper to you in the wind and the waves. Be still and listen. Whoops. Everybody gets caught up in busyness. And when you get caught up in busyness, I think your spiritual stuff can go a bit out the window because you're running ragged and you're really busy and you don't have time. Nobody's got time for anything. I just feel it's really important at the moment to just give yourself, even if you've got 10 minutes, to stay still and just listen, to do a little tiny meditation, to remember to put your protection on. All of that stuff right at this moment is really, really, really important because as these changes come through, some people, like everybody on here is expecting it, and we kind of know that this is coming and that there'll be a bit of chaos and then it'll kind of settle. But when change happens and the world gets the wobbles, some people can go absolutely frantic. They can go a bit crazy. So I would say protection on so that you don't get caught up in other people's energy. Protection on that you're aware that that crazy is out there. You're surrounded by your bubble or your silver rings or whatever you choose, white light, whatever you choose to use as protection. And tune in, spend 10 minutes tuning in, just sit, be still, ask your questions and see what happens. Now, this isn't like, you can't do 1-300 dial an angel. It would be glorious if you could, but you can't. This is very much about listen for the signs, watch for the signs. It might be music. It might be something that you see. It might be something that you hear. It might be something someone says in conversation. Don't wait for a sign or sign. If it comes through, I would say trust it. Absolutely 100% trust it. And think, okay, that relates to that. Don't just dismiss stuff. Let it percolate in your head and think, okay, why? What's important about that song? What are the words? What am I hearing? What did I ask? Have I got the answer? Does it make sense? All of that stuff. Don't just assume that, oh no, this can't be right. Now, I've got one more set of new cards. I'm really, really, really showing off today. These ones are my Celtic Tarot cards. These ones are affirmation cards. Lots of people call them affirmation cards. I call them inspiration cards just because why should I be the same as everybody else? And these are all Annie-isms. So hold on to your hat. I'm going to pull 3 of these as well. And we'll see what these ones say. I want that one. And this one. And you're hiding. Come out of hiding. Here you go. Woo! Okay. Okay. In terms of these changes, hi, Nikki. In terms of these changes, if stuff's happening, in terms of that project stuff too, if you think, oh, I don't know about this, if you think you can't, you're probably right. We don't do can't. We do maybe it's timing. We do maybe it's not right for me at the moment. We never, ever, ever do can't. Ever. There's no such thing as can't. If you think you can't, you don't want it enough. If you think you can't, you're not prepared to put the work in. If you think you can't, don't bother because it's not going to work out anyway. For me, it's all about I think I can, and I'm going to go under it, over it, round it, through it. I'll dig a bloody hole and go into it if I have to. But if you think you can't, you're probably right. So get can't, bad word. Get it out your vocabulary. Huh. Remember when I was talking at the beginning, I said it's time to put things into action. It's time to get things moving. We've got a couple of things we need to do before these changes come through. Speak with your lips. I've got another card that says walk with your legs. Time to do this. Time to step in, step up, and say what you need. Sorry, time to decide. Where am I going? What am I going to do? What do I need? What do I have to ask for? Do I have to ask for help? Do I need to ask my angels? Do I need to ask people around me? Who do I talk to? What am I feeling? Can I say it out loud? Yes, you can. And my very last card, I just feel this one is about where we're going and what's happening. And I'm really, people don't like change. I love it, especially at the moment because there's been a lot of stuff happened in the past few years that's just been crap. It's dumped people's energy. It's jangled people. There's been a lot of stuff in the world that sucked. Not anymore. Not anymore. I'm really, really excited about this. Things are changing, which is amazing. So what my last card says is see it, feel it, live it, breathe it, embrace it. It's there. It's just there. So much of this stuff is actually about your attitude. And it's a choice. It's a choice as to whether you stay in that shitty fear energy, whether you stay sucked into all the dramas, whether you look at the world and think this is awful, whether you, I hate to say this, but drop into victim mode and think nothing ever works for me. If you get to that point, nothing ever will work for you because you're in that I can't energy. Whereas if you flip it to, well, yes, I can try. So with the changes and all the stuff that's about to happen, be ready for the good stuff. Be ready. I don't feel that this is just on a personal or spiritual level. I feel like this is literally on a global level. I just feel like this energy that's changing is going to give everybody this lift. We're going to raise up. And again, that's a choice. You can choose to stay in fear and depression and hate and all of these things, or you can choose to take that higher view and use your words and say what you need and get these projects happening and totally and utterly reinvent yourself. Step into that new energy and literally live it, There's a lot of people out there, I get in trouble from Gary for saying this, but there's a lot of people out there that I call spiritual Barbies. Other people call them TikTok witches. Spirituality is not a thing, a thing. It's spirituality is your life, and it's the way you live your life. And you can't say I'm a spiritual person and then be mean and nasty and horrible and all that crap. You know, you just can't do that because that's not authenticity. That's not real. That is so not real. You know, you need to be a real person and you need to be true to yourself and you need to know yourself and you need to have done the work. You know, everybody's got bits of stuff that they need to do to work on themselves and you need to do that. Because absolutely see it, feel it, live it, breathe it. That's what our stuff is. And that's where you should be if you're in this sphere. Yeah, Miss Kerry's saying authenticity. It's got to be real. Absolutely, it's got to be real. And that means you've got to be real. You know, you got to walk your walk. I do a session and I wanted to call it how to be a proper person. And Kerry said, you cannot say that. And I said, yes, I can. I can say that. She said, no, you can't. But for me, it very much is about being a proper person. It's about, you know, like, this is me, warts and all, and I'm okay with it. I'm quite happy with it. Um, I don't want to be a Barbie doll. I don't want to be all woo woo. I just want to be who I am, and you know that's it. Never do anything to hurt anybody or never do anybody a bad turn. I try really hard not to be judgmental. That one's hard. But this stuff with this new energy, see it, feel it, live it, breathe it. In terms of this little topic, um, Kerry and I are on tomorrow night on a live, 7:30 tomorrow night. We're talking, we've actually opened the floor. We've never done this before. We're talking about what we're feeling around this change. I've already had a chat about that because, you know, but how other people are feeling in terms of this energy shift. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually open the floor and invite people to come in. And if you're brave enough to share how you're feeling and to share maybe some strategies as to how you're coping with the energy shifts. So that's tomorrow night at 7:30. Then on the 9th of April, Nate's going to do the solar eclipse golden meditation. I would say pop into that one. As I said, Kerry's was about grounding. Mine was about protection. And I'm feeling Nate's is all going to be about rising up into that golden light. Because that's when the changes happen and it will get you on the right level energetically to step up, step in with absolutely no fear. Now, while I'm talking about Nate, he has, some of you know he does Pelawa and he's got a new one called Umama. I think that's the Scottish version of it. You'll need to ask him what it's called in proper Australian. I just call it Umama. I did it. And Kerry also did it. I did it before Kerry. I turned into a crazy lady. I couldn't talk fast enough. I couldn't explain what happened. It was this incredible experience. It was just, I'm still there. It's like, whoa. Kerry was down in Sydney for the weekend and she did it. So she was crazy lady number 2. She phoned me and she was like, and then this happened, and then this happened. And I thought, that's exactly what I sounded like. Exactly. And then I did this, and then I did that. So if you've been thinking about it, just do it. Just 100% just do it. Do it, do it, do it. I can't tell you what it's like because it blew my tiny mind. It was like, whoa. And I think it's different for everybody. I can't guarantee you'll turn into a crazy lady, but Kerry and I both did. Crazy ladies. It's like, and then this, 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 and then this. It was so incredible. So it's so different from Pelawa. If you've had Pelawa, this is nothing like Pelawa. Pelawa is this gentle, soft, Susie thing. The umama, I just, it was like electricity. It was like all the way through, and it was so fast. It was amazing for me. But I do understand it will have different things for different people. So you can find that on Nate's Pelawa Space. We will see you Sunday night. If you're brave, come and talk to us. We'll kick you into our little chat room. You'll be up on the screen. Don't leave us out there all by ourselves. Pop in and talk to us. Enjoy your Easter break. If those of you are on holiday, is it mushrooms? No, it's not mushrooms, Julie. It's not mushrooms. It's energy healing. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. No. Thank you. Thank you for being with me. I got crazy people on here. Happy Easter to everybody. I'll see you on Sunday night. Stay safe. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming and playing with me. I'll talk to you on Sunday. Bye, bye, bye.